Now, as you guys come out of hyperspace, it's actually pretty normal. There are ships coming to and fro the planet, normal trade lanes being used. There is a distinct lack of any kind of Star Destroyer or Imperial craft floating nearby.
It just doesn't feel like Star Wars now.
Yeah, there should always be a Star Destroyer, right?
Hang on. I know how to fix this. There's no Imperials around here. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Okay, that's much better.
Boom. Done.
So it's at that point that the Enterprise drops out a war
son of a
hand.
Now wait a second.
It's the Super Star Destroyer Enterprise.
Now wait a minute.
Thank you for the idea, Whycalibaby.
You roll a triumph and just immediately sucker punch Worf.
Yeah, you punch his forehead back into a normal shape.
Worf Vader.
Now, enough time has passed that any kind of strain has had a chance to heal itself. Bosmo was already taken care of, but he's pretty much back in tip-top shape.
Yay.
By the way, did anyone have
does...
critical wounds? I don't think so.
No, I don't think anyone had one.
We dealt some.
We dealt some, that's right.
Yeah, we fucked those guys up.
You killed a guy.
That was a pretty critical wound.
Wow.
You killed a guy just to watch him die.
No, I killed him to stop him from killing Bosmo.
Nah, I think
and or everyone else. You killed a guy just to watch him die.
No, I wasn't even looking. I was looking at a computer screen. I just pushed a button.
Yeah, he took the depersonalization of war to the next level.
I'm like, is this a wedding or like a base of operations? I don't care. I'm hitting the button. I'm pew, pew, pew. Ah, it was a wedding. Whoops. Well, live and learn. I'm the U.S. government.
Wow.
It was so subtle until that point.
Transient political commentary from.
It's going to be the last time D. Davis is part of this table tell. I can't risk getting deported, man. Come on.
Don't worry, I'm a white guy. I'm allowed to complain about my government. They don't.
Right.
They don't care when I say it. They're like, "What is he gonna do? He's a white guy."
All right, now.
Griff still got some strain, I think.
Yeah, you can heal it up if you want.
Oh, okay. Will do.
No more strain for nobody. We all feel better.
Okay. Now, as you guys break into the planet's orbit, not so much breaking into it, but you start orbiting a familiar, well, not so much familiar, but
gotta commit
somewhat,
more.
Somewhat familiar. Damn it. I got distracted by chat for one, and then I realized I'm just like ad-libbing in the wrong direction.
It's actually extremely familiar. It's more familiar than I realized before. You're like, oh,
in fact, McGruff's home planet.
Oh shit! You guys actually live here.
How did I forget?
That's my house.
I didn't recognize it
now,
on the Google Street View.
On a particular frequency that is being used by the rebellion and those similarly affiliated with it, there is the soft ping of a distress signal.
Oh no, someone's in distress, Bosmo says, flapping up into the cockpit.
You figure that's your,
Rail is still sitting there sulking at the bottom of the ladder.
In like 4 days, he's still crying.
Well, Wyatt won't let him in his room. He's on the couch.
He just spread rose petals everywhere.
Wow.
Where did I even get them?
I'm not sure, track the source of that signal?
Can we, McGraw?
Can we? The source of that signal? Of course we can. What? I wasn't zoning out and looking at the wall. The rebel frequency signal. I gotta just tune it into the computer panel here, and I should be able to figure out where it's coming from. I mean, it might be a little difficult, like say maybe 1 or 2 difficults, but it should be fine.
No, he's just going to give me like
I believe in you, McRuff. You haven't let us down yet.
Unlike some people, as we all glare down the ladder.
So, what am I rolling against, Smug? To find the source of this rebel transmission?
No, you know what? You did that so well. Yeah, two difficulty, and I don't know if anyone wants to assist.
What skill is it?
It's computers, right? Tuning in radio stuff, or
Yeah, just give him a boost on.
Yeah, I don't have that.
You don't need to. You could just help anyway, I think.
Yeah, you can just be assisting.
Bosmo's
His
just-
dice would change if you had a better computing ability, I believe.
Bosmo will hover over McGruff's shoulder and point at things on the screen helpfully.
so I had a boost die then as well, or what?
Yeah, boost on.
I trust Steve. I trust you, Steve.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
You track all signals
Jeez.
everywhere forever.
That's right.
Look, I like computers.
He like hacks the Gibson while he's there.
One
Oh,
hand is tuning in the radio distress signal, while the other hand is playing a Star Wars themed version of Tetris that shouldn't even exist. But it does.
He coded it in this exact second.
And unfortunately, he's also turned on all the remote turrets on the planet.
Oh no.
And it's a massacre.
He shut down all the trash compactors on the detention
Yeah.
level.
Good. I'm glad they sucked.
And
But the trash is just going to build up then.
and
That's
all
not
we
our
get is
problem.
50 terabytes of pug pictures.
Yes.
Oh,
All right. So with the
pugs and
assistance
sweaters.
of those inside of the cockpit, apparently Bosmo, primarily, the two non-humanoids just working together in a sublime show of unison. McRuff does indeed code a new game in that moment, and he uploads it into the interwebs.
I
Nice.
think
But
he
in
means the
addition-
cloud.
We're gonna
The
make
cloud.
so
All
much
that.
mad app profit.
Indeed. And then it's forced downloaded onto everybody's phone along with a new Bono album.
Flappy Bantha.
But what he does end up discovering, he's able to triangulate precisely where that signal is coming from. It is from the ship that some of you know all too well, the personal transport of Heath and Roman. And its current location is in a mountaintop.
Yeah, mountaintop.
That's right. It is actually inside of a mountaintop right now, which is actually having one hell of a storm. So approaching straight to the top of the mountain does not look like it's going to be an option. Now, in addition to that, McRuff is picking up an echo on the frequency. Another little ping that may suggest that something clearly is not amiss, but another party is piggybacking off the signal.
Bum, 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 bum.
But what are they piggybacking?
This is where there's also someone else there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
His tail doing a mile a minute.
He's getting excited. He's gonna meet new people. Oh boy.
Are they also in trouble or in need of assistance?
I don't know. It's just a signal. There's no information in this at all.
How strange.
No, there's enough there in McRuff's adventures prior to now for him to know that if it isn't the Imperials, it's someone at least twice as good, because they are not that good to begin with.
Might be a bounty hunter. Those
Another
guys are
one.
usually pretty
Not
good.
again.
We should probably get there and find out who it is, and maybe we could be friends with them.
You know, guys, we've had a lot of trouble with bounty hunters since that rail cage guy showed up.
Yeah, it's a little surprising, isn't it?
True.
Please.
It's
I wouldn't act through third-party intermediaries.
that's just what somebody who would act through third-party intermediaries would say.
Yeah.
Is it perhaps the case, Rail, that your hut overlords did not trust you enough to settle my accounts?
I don't presume to know their minds. I simply bring those who break the law to justice, Wyatt. You know that.
Which is why you're working for the Huds, right?
I'm not having this argument with you again.
Sure.
The only reason I ain't hauling you back with these binders is because I witnessed another crime more pressing than yours. And that's this woman being kidnapped by a Deveronian of all things. I can't well conscience that.
Racist? But
He's digging himself into that hole with practice ease.
Well, I mean, he's got experience digging
Beyond
holes.
that character. Yeah, digging holes is what he is.
It's the only thing we know about their background.
Yeah. Well, that hole.
Well,
Which one are you, Shia LaBeouf?
I get it.
That's a
Oh,
horrible thing to say.
it is.
So we will have to find somewhere to land safely. And do we need to hike up the mountain? Can we parachute in?
Probably not. It's pretty stormy.
Hmm.
We've got local weather and time information here too. This is great. This is great, everybody. It's bad. It's a bad storm. They're calling it the Blizzard of the Wizard. I don't know why. I don't know who they are either.
Who's the
Which
wizard?
no doubt has something to do with the history of Mount Telic, which is the particular mountain.
Oh, not Tom Selleck.
And Jack is licking my hand. I feel very privileged.
Nice.
So, I guess we need to find a decent place to land somewhat near there.
Yes, indeed.
Of course, we don't have
Find
any
the
winter
closest
gear.
Safe landing spot.
Or do we?
No. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Yes, in fact, we do have winter gear.
Now, do you really, or are you
No, that's what he spent the
introducing a fact?
I
It's
am
interesting.
introducing a fact.
All right.
Spin a left
And
foot.
just so you know, things like that are perfectly fine inside of the game that we're playing. At any time, you guys can introduce a fact that may have not been accounted for, because clearly, how would you guys know that you're going to end up on a snowy planet?
Exactly.
And that, as far as the mechanics are concerned, that just requires the use of a light side die, or a point rather.
Like some sort of point of fate.
That's right.
Exactly.
So at
Or
any
else
time,
something-
you guys can change the narrative.
Oh, so we can land on top of the mountain. Great, let's go.
No, we can't do that.
Look, there's the eye of the storm. Let's fly into it.
We're gonna outrun the cold.
The ship is torn apart.
The end.
But you parachute to safety at the bottom of the mountain. All right, so sure enough, there is a meadow nearby. It's a few hours away, certainly.
Oh.
But you guys are at least able to start the trek. It is, of course, going to require you guys to go up the mountain the hard way.
Bosmo's got his little Toydarian snowsuit on.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Every time his wings flap, it makes that woof 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 sound.
Our winter clothing is actually all those Wookiee pelts that Wyatt and McGruff smuggled.
I don't feel like those would actually be very warm.
It does look like it would be pretty warm there, but there's snow everywhere.
Okay. It's winter. All right. We can
It's
use our
winter.
imaginations.
So after hours of trekking through, it's a good thing you guys had those oversized snowshoes. You find yourselves approaching the mountain, of course, Mount Telic, and you're able to make your way up there for the most part until you find yourselves at the end of a path on the only way up. is to climb.
This looks like it will be a problem for the rest of you, Bosmo says, flying.
Wow, what a dick.
I'm just
Sure
glad
hope
McGruff-
someone
I'm
doesn't shoot him in the back later.
I'm just glad McGruff calmed down after we first got out in the snow and he just went absolutely nuts.
Well,
Doing
you know,
flips and
Running
shit.
around.
it's been a while since I've seen snow. And, just brings something to the table that very few things do.
So we've got to climb.
Wait, why is the snowy mountain green? This doesn't add up.
We've been over this.
We went over this.
It's green snow.
Use your imagination.
Okay.
I'm trying to get over to my pencil tool.
I can't.
but
Video
Jack is-
games destroyed my imagination.
It really sounds like you're beating it, dude.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
It does.
Beating it to the thought of video games and destroying your imagination.
Well, we've all been there.
The clicking sound is because he's using, his power glove.
It's just so bad.
Damn it, that's the wrong color.
So what is the roll to climb?
Well, that
Athletics, I
is a
would think.
good
Is it
question.
coordination?
I think it really depends on
Athletics.
how you want to go about getting up the mountain. Or the cliff face, anyway. You do have the option
Climbing
to
is specifically athletic. Climbing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So you do have that. There are a lot of large trees, which could provide another way to get up there. You could even try to find another path if you really wanted to. It's really up to you guys how you want to get to the top.
Well, and perhaps since Bosmo has a Toydarian eye view of things, he could make some sort of perception check and see if there's another path available.
I could try that. Bosmo's not.
What?
There's people drawing snow on there.
I feel like this coming after, Mike jacking it.
We're back to those jizz playing boxes.
Well, he is a jizz enthusiast.
No
He
doubt
prefers-
there.
Yeah, He prefers improvisational jizz.
That means
I don't
in
recall
Star
that being part of
Wars,
my background.
there are neon signs that say things like "hot jizz." No, no, don't.
Think
We got all
Surely
the
just a
freshest
case
jizz right
of-
here.
Mm.
So I guess Bosmo will attempt to flap up and see if he can scout out some handholds for his buddies who can't fly.
All right, now the first problem with what Bosmo is going to run into is that, particularly here at the cliff face like that, the wind is howling. It's hard for him to really gain any kind of height. So the first thing he's going to have to do is do a resilience check for me to see if he's able to persevere and gain that altitude he needs. And that's going to be against 2 purple dice, if you'd be so kind. So Bosmo flaps his tiny wings as best he's able to. He's not fully recovered from that terrifying bolt he took to the back, but he's at least able to get high enough with the aid of some of the nearby trees to lift one of his weird hands up to his eyes to shield against the flurrying snow, to see that there are a couple of options for the group. Now, they could try to go straight up the cliff. That's definitely an option, particularly for some who may be more athletically inclined.
We all look at each other and shrug. There's not a single person among us that has high brow.
Do any of you even
Rail's
look-
okay.
I'm kind of stocky, I think. I got a 2 of brawn. That's stuck.
Probably so. But yes, there is potentially a path off to the left that may lead further up, at least high enough for the climb to be beyond a joke.
All right. I was going to say, okay, well, if you're feeling very macho, you can just try to climb straight up. I can see some handholds for you, so you'd be able to do it, but it will be pretty difficult. So you have to be pretty strong in order to do it. But also there's this pathway I saw to the left, so if you go up there, it might be a little bit easier, but it'll take longer. So you have to decide whether you want to go quickly or you want to go slowly, or if you want to have, not be so tired.
Let's try the path.
Thank you, Boswell. But yeah, we'll take the path. I ain't cut out for this climbing crap.
Okay, well, it's all the same.
You
To me.
always
So the
did
path is
give
over
up
here to the left.
fast
Let's
when
go
things
there.
got physical.
Say it again.
I said you always did give up fast when things got physical.
That's true.
Wah, wah.
Yeesh.
I am fairly certain that the only one that has above a 2 brawn is Land.
So we're
Really,
taking the path.
Everybody
We
should
are,
go to the
yeah.
path, and Land just takes his shirt off and starts climbing.
Please
You guys-
flex it off. Just
He gets to the top,
Pause.
and the Deveronian Chris Angel is there. I see you've
No.
removed your shirt. I will remove my shirt too.
I'm
In
pretty sure that guy
addition-
doesn't own
You
any shirts.
pairing.
They're just flexing at each other when we finally get up there.
And then he tells him that he also has the high ground, and he kicks him back down.
Gotta chop off all his limbs.
I need those.
It's okay, we'll replace them
All right.
with robotics.
That's always an option in Star Wars. Now you guys are going for the path off to the left. The snow is pretty damn thick in that direction. So someone will probably have to take the lead to guide everybody else up. And they're going to have to really be knowing what they're looking for to find a stable path that will allow them to ascend.
What kind of rules that?
It's going to be
Yeah.
a survival roll.
Oh,
Okay.
So who
Well-
wants to step up and be the leader?
I got 3
it's-
green in that.
This isn't
I have
very,
1 yellow, 1 green.
This isn't a good idea for Bosmo, because he'd be like, yeah, you could probably step on that, I think. This is no idea.
They all fall to their doom.
Whoops!
I'm sure Bosmo is just like floating above everybody, holding a rope just in case.
So that means you have a skill point in survival, Land?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that might be useful then if no one else does.
It's one of my class skills.
We'll use the Force. That's not how the Force works.
Maybe
I
a
think-
cool ghost would appear.
If we do skilled assistance, then it means that we can go up to 2 green, 1 yellow, because whatever the hell survival is based on, I have 3 in it.
Cunning.
Yeah, I have 3 cunning.
Yeah.
Oh, if is that how you guys are going to roll it?
Shall we?
I guess, yeah.
Seems like.
Go ahead,
For
Larry.
another baby?
Hmm?
Nothing. Well, so I'm rolling?
Yes. Or unless you want me to roll, that's fine.
Alright, well, what am I adding then? One green.
Yes, it would be that.
Okay.
And
What
it's
am I
going to
rolling
be
against?
2 purple dice.
Okay.
I'm sure this will go well. Oh, it did go well.
Woohoo! Wait, didn't roll the other dice.
Oh, you didn't? No.
Well, I set them.
Did you click off the box, though?
No, of course I fucking didn't.
Just roll the 2 purple, then.
Yeah. Things so fussy. So now we have
means
nothing.
it's
Okay, I'm back. Do I need to
No
roll anything?
successes.
We have nothing.
Excellent.
We have a million fucking advantages again.
Smug, would this count as technically a role I could affect with some of my abilities?
That's a very good question. Let's take a look at what you've got.
Because I could second chance it.
Well, you are assisting. Just quickly reading the text on that.
I mean, theoretically, either one of us could have used it or made the roll. So
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much a joint effort. So yes, you can if you want to re-roll.
okay,
So
I'm making re-roll the
do it
yellow.
this time. Oh, we rolled the yellow?
Yeah, do you think we should do that? Because it seems like that's 2 advantages, and I don't know.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you want to keep your existing success on the board.
Yeah.
What?
You guys,
You did reset
Oh,
it.
this roller is such a pain in the dick. Well, we got
1 advantage instead of 2.
That's all right. It's all right. So the flurry picks up as you guys start down the path. Even though side by side, Wyatt and Lan are kind of feeling their way through the thick snow underfoot to make sure that every step is as sturdy as it possibly can be for those following behind, particularly McRuff, who's no doubt yapping at the snow and doing all kinds of fun dog things with the snow.
fun dog things.
It is nonetheless very strenuous for the two at the front to make their way along the path. So both of you will have to take 2 strain for me from this.
Okay.
Because I'm a harsh mistress. But beyond that, what you do find, because even though it doesn't seem like you're really getting anywhere you are persevering against the cold, the wet, and you're at least able to get to the point where you're much higher up, but there's still a little bit of the cliff to go. And at this point, there's probably not much of a choice for you guys but to climb the rest of the way.
I accept this challenge.
That's right. So it will be athletics for all of you, unless you want to find a different means of getting up, but I don't think any of you have really got the force to do that.
Few people have the force.
Yeah.
Yeah,
enough
but that doesn't
Bosmo's
mean
back.
we have like the skill, the particular power useful for this.
Yeah, I think it's move or something like that.
Oh man, this is where being a dogman comes into play. I got a rank of athletics just for being a dogman.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all the cars he chased in his youth.
What's the
Now,
difficulty?
since you've, it's going to be 1 purple because you've managed to get that close to the top. That should be fairly trivial. You know how these dice are.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? How
I
many?
climbed pretty good.
Oh, we don't actually have a lot of light side points, so never mind.
No, we have like the 1.
I climbed it.
Better
Damn.
save that for Chris Angel's.
Wait, one of those is not a real thing because I don't have a boost. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll
Okay,
just
so you only have
subtract
2
one.
successes.
You're good.
Anyways, Rail will climb.
Oh, I would hope so. He's just going to give up on life.
Just leave him there.
I was
I
like,
hope he rolls
well,
a despair and then he falls down and Wyatt just kind of shrugs.
Aw,
Aww.
rude.
what happened to our complicated friendship?
I'd
So
feel
it's
bad
just-
momentarily.
Is this 1 purple die?
Yes, it is.
Well, I can't figure this damn thing out.
You have to click off of it. So just roll the purple die.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh,
What? You're fine.
Oh, right. A threat's just... Yeah.
Just
That's
cancels
right.
the advantage.
Yeah.
So your advantages are negated and you have a success.
All right.
All right, so we'll have Bosmo do his role when he comes back, but it's not that far to go. So pretty much all of you are able to kind of work your way up, no doubt, with Wyatt and Lan in the lead. You're able to make your way up. It's probably only like 10 feet or so, but not enough for people to just jump up. Kind of shimmy their way up with no real repercussions. And at that point, you're able to look back down at what you've managed to do, which it's quite a drop. Beyond the 10 feet, anyway. Of course, at this point, we kind of need Whycalibaby to come back.
Well, he'll be back soon enough.
Yeah, he had to go to the baby exchange.
It's true. So I'm going to move you guys up to the top.
Maybe the baby had to change into something else. Like a transformer.
Oh my god.
Gotta keep the baby looking stylish.
What a great baby.
From what I understand, babies can transform from, babies that haven't pooped themselves to babies that have.
Wow.
No, it makes
Real
sense.
facts here on Whycalibaby.
It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to note that the people that succeeded in this final hurdle do have a sense of accomplishment, a real bit of a confidence boost, as it were, after all that cold, wet wind just hitting them in the face relentlessly. God knows what it's done to Mikroff's eyes.
Oh. You can't even
Dried out my skin.
He's a pug.
Oh.
I guess Wyatt's taking a breather to apply some moisturizer.
Gotta keep hydrated.
Indeed. I know those who succeeded the role, which is pretty much all of you, was a fairly trivial role, but if you'd failed, we all would have pointed and laughed at you. For the next little situation you're going to run into, you'll have a bonus boost die on everything you're attempting to do.
Nice.
Little perk for having made your way up. But since you did have to do a little bit of climbing, I'm going to have you take 1 strain, if you'd all be so kind.
Okay.
So we are filled with inspiration, but stressed.
Well, not so much stressed as you might be a little bit tired after.
Tired, right?
Yeah.
Taking Napsy.
Yes.
Yeah. Some of the chat suggesting that like a Wampa appears or something.
Fuck.
I don't have one statted, chat.
Why would
That's
there
why
be
you
a
need those
Wampa
adversary
if it's not a Hoth planet? Specifically Hoth, in fact. Why would there be any? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
Nerd. Well, we probably could use Whycalibaby at this point.
Yeah, probably.
I guess we can take like a 5-minute break or something while we wait for him.
Okay.
And we'll have to tell him to turn the recording off when he gets back. All right, some people are suggesting that the Wampas were imported.
Who would import a Wampa? The planet isn't like a snow planet all the time. That doesn't make any sense.
Up in the mountains, though.
Up in the mountains. What about?
It could be useful. And I'll be right back. But once he gets back, tell him to put a pause in.
Will do.
All right, what happened? What went wrong?
I need to put a pause in the thing. We all climbed up, but everyone.
Yeah.
All right, we climbed
So-
up.